Six-cylinder motorcycles are a rare breed, and for good reason. They are bulky, expensive, and just not optimal for a motorcycle. And because of these reasons, they are almost extinct. Only a couple of manufacturers still make them today. Thanks to the ever-increasing push from governments toward green mobility, even those engines won't be here for long. So today, let's take a look at the only 9 six-cylinder motorcycles ever made for the public. Number 1. Benelli Say 750. While renowned for their engineering prowess, Italians have surprisingly not embraced the six-cylinder engine as widely as other nations, with Benelli being a notable exception. Designed by the ingenious Alejandro de Tomaso, who would later achieve fame in the world of sports cars, the Benelli six-cylinder engine came in 2 variants, the 750cc and the 900cc. In particular, the 750cc model holds the esteemed distinction of being the world's first production six-cylinder motorcycle. Taking inspiration from the Honda CB550 engine, the design ingeniously involved adding 2 cylinders to the end. This innovative approach resulted in a powerhouse that delivered an impressive 76 horsepower at 9,000 RPM, propelling the motorcycle to a top speed of 127 miles per hour or 205 kilometers per hour. Remarkably smooth even when compared to the relatively new Japanese 4-cylinder engines of the time, the Benelli 6-cylinder engine also produced a distinctive and captivating exhaust note from its 6 individual headers and mufflers. Introduced in 1979, the 900cc version enjoyed a shorter production run with less than 2,000 units built. Despite its limited production, this 6-cylinder Benelli remains as a favorite collectible among enthusiasts, and it is very likely that Say 750 might be the best motorcycle that Benelli has ever made. Number 2. Honda CBX1000. When it comes to 6-cylinder motorcycles, the Honda CBX1000 quickly comes to mind. This iconic bike was released in 1978 and featured a 1047cc inline-6 engine capable of producing an impressive 105 horsepower. While this might not seem like much by today's standards, it was a significant achievement back in the day, and the CBX1000 rightfully earned its place among the motorcycle elite. The CBX1000's visual appeal is undeniable, with its 6 gleaming exhaust headers and prominently exposed wide engine. It's clear that this motorcycle was designed to make a statement, and it does so with elegance and style. The engine design was inspired from a particular Honda 6-cylinder race bike from the 1960s, the RC166, which could rev up to 20,000 RPM. Despite its widespread admiration, the CBX1000 faced competition from simpler motorcycles that sometimes outperformed it in certain areas. However, there was one thing that the CBX1000 possessed that none of its rivals could match: the exhaust note. Many enthusiasts consider the CBX1000 to have the best exhaust note of any motorcycle ever made. It's a symphony of mechanical harmony, a deep and throaty rumble that is both exhilarating and addictive. Number 3. Kawasaki KZ1300. The 1970s was becoming a battleground for Japanese motorcycle manufacturers, because Kawasaki introduced the KZ1300 just 6 months after Honda introduced the CBX 1000. For some, this might look like Kawasaki's lame attempt to copy Honda. But the fact of the matter is, the KZ1300 was longer in development than the CBX. Thanks to the Honda's expertise in building inline-six racing engines, they were able to leapfrog Kawasaki and managed to launch the CBX 1000 earlier. Despite being a bit late to the party, Kawasaki did not disappoint. The 1286cc water-cooled 6-cylinder engine initially delivered a CBX beating 120 horsepower. This figure soared to an even more exhilarating 130 horsepower by 1984, thanks to the advent of fuel injection. Complementing this power plant was an impressive 115 Newton meters of torque, ensuring an exhilarating ride. The engine's operation exuded a remarkable smoothness, and its appearance mirrored its performance, projecting a commanding presence, albeit with a hefty overall weight of 321 kilos. Although the exhaust note of the KZ1300 was not as exhilarating as the CBX, the Kawasaki do have a distinctive and throaty exhaust note that some prefers over the Honda CBX. Take a listen. Number 4. Honda Goldwing. In 1974, the Goldwing made its debut with a flat 4-cylinder engine, but in 1988 it underwent a significant transformation with the adoption of a flat 6-cylinder engine. This pivotal moment cemented its status as the quintessential touring motorcycle, renowned for its unparalleled comfort and exceptional protection against the elements. Over the years, the engine grew from 750cc to a formidable 1,832cc by 2001. By 2012, the Goldwing incorporated various advanced features such as ABS, cruise control, electrically assisted reverse gear, an optional airbag for added safety, and an extensive fairing with heating and an adjustable screen. Complementing its touring capabilities were expertly crafted panniers and a top box, seamlessly integrated satellite navigation, and a captivating 6-speaker audio system featuring Bluetooth connectivity. Despite the tour model's weight of 385 kilos, it was well balanced by the commanding 1,800cc flat-six engine, delivering an impressive 125 horsepower and 175 Newton meters of torque. In stock form, the Honda Goldwing is rather muted. However, put a set of aftermarket pipes on, and you will unleash all the flat-six glory that the Goldwing has to offer. Number 5. Honda Rune. Honda introduced the Rune as an ambitious showcase of the brand's technical expertise, but the venture ultimately incurred a hefty cost of $225 million. This financial setback was exacerbated by losses of around $75,000 per unit sold, primarily due to the unique customizations made by Honda for every component except the engine, which was borrowed from the Honda Goldwing. Masanari Aoki, the leader of the project, disclosed that the Rune was conceptualized without specific performance benchmarks or practical considerations, and the purchase price was not a focal point. The outcome was a product that bordered on impracticality, coupled with distinctive aesthetics that, despite their unconventional nature, possessed undeniable allure. Approximately 3,000 units were produced before Honda reassessed the situation and altered its course. Number 6. BMW K1600. BMW has once again demonstrated its engineering prowess with the introduction of the inline six-cylinder engine in the modern motorcycling world. The heart of this giant is a 1649cc inline six engine, positioned at a distinctive forward slant, making it one of the most impressive motorcycle engines ever crafted. With its seamless delivery of power and torque, peaking at 160 horsepower and 175 newton meters of torque respectively, this powerhouse effortlessly handles the 350 kilos weight of the K1600 GTL touring model. The engineering mastery is further exemplified in the finesse with which the motorcycle manages its weight, ensuring a smooth and controlled ride. While the touring model is undoubtedly an investment, it distinguishes itself not only in functionality but also in style and performance. Unlike most other motorcycles in its class, even in stock form, the BMW K1600 sounds sweet. Put a set of good aftermarket exhaust on, and it sounds like a modern Honda CBX. Number 7. Honda Valkyrie. Honda introduced the Valkyrie in two distinct periods. First from 1997 to 2003, and then again from 2014 to 2015. This move was strategic, aiming to directly compete with Harley-Davidson in the cruiser market. Initially featuring a 1500cc flat-six engine, later versions embraced a more powerful 1832cc flat-six engine, Both of these power plants were borrowed from the Goldwings of the respective times. What set the Valkyrie apart from the Goldwing was a significant weight reduction. This was achieved by removing the fairing, screen, integrated panniers, and top trunk. This design change resulted in a weight loss of over 70 kilos, prompting the need for a re-engineered suspension to provide a noticeably sportier riding experience. Despite these improvements, the Valkyrie faced strong competition from the more comprehensive Goldwing model, which was preferred by buyers. Consequently, the Valkyrie was phased out after just a 2-year presence in the US market. Number 8. Horx VR6. Horx was a German motorcycle manufacturer, operated from 1923 to 2006 and then from 2010 to 2015. In its later phase, it introduced a 1218cc narrow-angle V6 engine, reminiscent of Volkswagen's design. Initially, there was a plan to include a supercharger, but this feature was later abandoned. The claimed specifications were impressive, boasting 161 horsepower and 136 newton meters of torque, all within a manageable overall weight of 250 kilos. Unfortunately, despite these promising features, the company declared bankruptcy in 2014 and only a few examples of the Horx VR6 were completed. Since then, there has been no further development or sighting of this unique motorcycle. Number 9. FGR Midu. FGR, a Czech-based manufacturer, has been crafting the Midu V6 motorcycle for several years. This naked bike boasts a 2500cc, 240 bhp engine and has been produced in limited quantities. The project, spanning 6 years, received partial funding from the Czech Ministry of Industry. Development work on the new engine commenced in 2004. Despite its powerful engine, the Midu V6 maintains a relatively light total weight of 270 kilos. This is attributed to the use of a self-supporting carbon fiber seat unit and a fuel tank made from the same material. The chassis follows a simple trellis-style design. In terms of production scale, it's important to note that FGR's output doesn't quite match the scale of industry giants like Honda. Annual production figures are currently estimated to be in the double digits, showcasing the exclusive nature of this ambitious project.
Jo, něco se tam děje.